landmark study was published last year that showed all the contributing dietary factors to a healthy aging process, and I don't believe it's been talked about enough. In this study, there were about over 100,000 participants, and only about 9.3% of them showed healthy aging, so free of chronic diseases, also had cognitive, physical, and mental health, and lived to the years of 70. The paper also stratified the individuals based on sex, ancestry, and socioeconomic status and lifestyle factors, so those were controlled for. With all these factors evaluated, they came up with the top contributing factors and the negative impacting factors, which contributes to healthy aging. At the top of the chart, eating high amounts of fruit, unsaturated fats, vegetables, whole grains, and vegetables, nuts in general contributed more to healthy aging than any other factors. And at the very bottom, we had consumption of high trans fats, a lot of meats, high sodium, high red meat, high processed meat, as well as even organ meats contribute negatively to healthy aging. And that impact is even worse than total alcohol consumption and liquor consumption. Also, despite the fact that alcohol is said to not be healthy at all, wine is associated slightly positively to a healthy aging. What I also found interesting that fast and fried foods is not that negative of a contributor to healthy aging as long as everything else is controlled for. And it is barely worse than fish and seafood for some reason. And I thought fish and seafood would contribute much higher to healthy aging. But then again, I think the reason for that is because fish and seafood is also part of that meat family. The overall study goes in way more depth and detail about what variables they controlled for, but I think it highlights in general that eating more fruits, vegetables, nuts will contribute more to a longer and healthier aging process.